Yo, man, I spit hot 16s and I drop the bombs and I drop calls of life just like a rap star. In my younger days, I didn't get very far, but now I'm on top above the rest of y'all with the legendary UPT. You know who we be. Just to let you know, you should check out me.
Like today is a very special episode, and man, I don't know how to introduce him because I'm very much short of words. I don't know. He is one of the pioneers of K-pop industry. He has close to 10 albums to his name in a group. I don't know if I heard about the Uptown group, man. I want to sing the one of the songs they sang, Tashibana Jo. So I don't know how to introduce him, and he is a legend, an OG in the game, man. Please, I don't know whether to give him standing ovation or something. Yeah, but welcome to the show, Carlos.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. My name is Carlos Galvan. I'm one of the rappers from the group Uptown.
Yeah,
man.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
I'm very grateful for you to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate for taking your time to come. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. How was growing up like? Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Korea? How was it like?
So, as a kid, my dad was in the military. And my dad's Mexican, and my mom is Korean. So, my dad being in the military, he was stationed in Korea. He met my mom and had me, and we lived in various places. So I grew up in the States and also in Korea. So going back and forth.
Wow. You know, so how was growing up in a mixed cultural environment like?
To me, being like overseas or being around the military community, everybody's mixed. All my friends are mixed, like half black, half Korean, half black, half Mexican, half black, half white, half black, half Puerto Rican. You know, they were all mixed. Also, it was fine for me. So going back to the States, how everybody stick with everybody. You know, like in LA, there's Mexican, there's all different cultures. You know, like, so for me it was fine. Like for me, I grew up around all walks of life. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So let's talk about you finding music. So how did you find music, or did music find you?
I think music found me. So as a kid, growing up in California, and I listened to the radios, listening to the cars driving by with music. My dad listened to music in his car. My dad likes a lot of oldies, right? Like oldie music, right? So then I like a lot of oldies music too. So, and as you know, each generation, the music, it changes and evolves. And I remember in 3rd grade, I heard LL Cool J and JJ Fad and Luke Skywalker, and I was like, man, and what is this? And Run DMC and the NWA, and it was like, man, what is this? And so basically music kind of like pulled me into this way. So growing up, I listened to that kind of music and just got into music as a kid. But how I first started music is when my dad was stationed here in Korea, and when I was much younger, I used to model for suits, like big name brands, right? I used to model. And my makeup girl was saying, hey, you come in there with your headphones and you rap all the time. You want to meet someone? I'm like, yeah, okay, why not? So then I met Chris from Uptown.
Yeah.
So I met Chris. The first day I met him, he already knew, he's part of the group, because he liked everything about me. My style, my rapping style, the way that I look, he liked me already. So I was the first original member.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at that point, you said, were you like a kind of a solo street rap guy, like doing your music on the streets? How did people get to know you before recommending you?
I guess is when we first came out on TV, I think they kind of put our two and two together. You know, like, hey, this guy used to rap a lot. Now he's on TV with this group, say Uptown, and he's coming out with this music, and it became a hit. So even my friends were like, hey, is that you on TV? Yeah, what? So people start putting, say, one and one together, and two and two together, and say, hey, that is you, so.
Yeah, but before then, before meeting Chris, you started to do your own rap a bit.
Yes.
But
yes.
How did people get to know you? Was it like a street rap, like you started on the streets rapping and people recognize you that this guy always wear headphones, he's walking on the streets rapping before they could recommend you to Chris? So how did it begin?
Just like you said, I used to always like freestyle. I used to always have my headphones, listen to music, always rap. And people say my friends will always see me. Friends in school will get together in a group. Once I beatboxing, and they go like, and then we just start rapping with each other. So that's how my friends knew that I know how to rap.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, you rap?" I'm like, "Yeah, I rap." So it's like, "Oh wow!" And then from there, word gets around with words of mouth, and then people start knowing that I rap. So yeah.
Wow. So but then Chris has started Uptown.
Yes.
So you were the first member of the group or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So was Chris also a rapper, a singer, or song or producer? Like, how was it?
So Chris, he was a producer and also a vocal teacher. He can he teaches people, he trains people how to sing. So even back then, like even the famous groups, Deuce, or the old school Deuce group.
Yes.
Chris produced them.
Wow.
So Chris, he produced like a lot of the groups. He did the choruses on them. He even did songs for, say, drama. He was well known in the background though, not as, say, front on face. So people started to know his face when we all came out with Uptown. Yeah.
Initially the Uptown group were like 9 people before you guys went down to four people. So how did you guys, because you said you were the first member to join the Uptown group with Chris. Yeah. So how did you now get Steve and some other people to join in the group? So how did you begin?
So when me and Chris were together, and I was the first member, before, people don't know about this, but then before there was a lot of people that we considered. There was even a Japanese guy, say a couple other guys, but then as we went on and practiced, me and him felt like this wasn't the color of Uptown. So then in school, at the time, my girlfriend, Tasha, so I had to go meet Chris, and then she came with me, and she was sitting behind us, and I was talking to him about like business, about the group and all that, and then there was a song that came on, and then she was in the back singing, and then he's like, "Hey, she sings pretty good,"
Yeah.
So there was just like him hitting the color of her voice color, and everything. So then she became the group, and he's like, "Oh, wow, you sing pretty good," and this, and that. So it was her. And later on in school, I meet Steve. The first day I met Steve, me and him about to fight. You know how guys are, right? So me and him about to fight, and then after that we just became friends. And then he told me that he knows how to rap. He had a deep voice, and one day we went to the studio, and Chris liked him too. So I was like, "Hey," and what we saw was me, Tasha, Steve, Chris, just 4 of us. We had that color.
Yeah.
Wow. Of music. So it was like, so this is Uptown.
What? But this is my first time of hearing this. Tasha was your girlfriend then, and
yes,
Chris knew her through you or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then he met her through me. So Yeah.
No, when you're talking about you guys met in school,
Yeah.
are you talking about the university or in high school?
No, we were still like in middle school.
Middle school?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, you know, I know Tasha for a very long time. I know her dad. He knows my dad. So, you know, we all know each other.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So, how was the K-pop scene when you guys started? Can you describe the scene? Like, what was K-pop like? You know, many people now hear about BTS, hear about what was this girls group, and a lot of K-pop industry is now very big.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you guys started in 1997, right?
Yes.
That was when you guys started.
Yes.
So, how was the K-pop scene in 1997?
Okay. So you know, we started recording like in '95.
Wow.
You know, just with practice in '95, and we were supposed to come out in '96, but our company and this company had a problem. You know.
Yeah.
So first we were with this company, but this way bigger company wanted to buy us from this company, and then we wanted to sign with them. So you know, it took about a year to get all the financial stuff all perfect. So we went to the bigger company, and that's when we came out in 1997. Back then, the scene of music was everybody was like, say, dancing. Their hairs were longer. Hip hop pants, and just the boy groups, the girl groups were like 2, 4, 3, you know, just going like that. But then now you see them as 6, 7, 9, 10. It's like man, it's a lot of mouth to feed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I feel that since the '90s, there were a lot of say groups out there. Even my peers, they were like Solid, DJ Doc, Deuce, say REF. So all these have bigger names like say Clone too. So you know, and then there was us. You know, like so we fit into the category of the pioneers of music for Korea, but we kind of broke and went a direction to like say hip hop and R&B. Because that's what we grew up on, hip hop and R&B. So then after we did that, you see later on these say groups coming out like say Jex Kiss and HOT, and then you see 5 people, 6 people. You know, like more people. Like it's getting bigger and bigger. And I felt that at that time we kind of opened the doors for people looking and seeing for the music to expand. Yeah.
Wow. So in that scene, you know the SM Entertainment.
Yeah.
When they started, I think in 1995, around that during that time.
Yeah.
So and they have so Chaiji or Taijian Boys. I've forgotten what was the name again.
And the Soteji Boys.
Yeah, Soteji Boys.
Yeah.
So Soteji Boys. They have a lot of, even the other girl was her name, when I remember I'll let you know. So these are the pioneers of the K-pop industry. So and you guys started almost at the same time. So were you guys rubbing shoulder with each other, or what was the scene then like?
The scene, like they were our peers. So also we saw them, we was giving, you know, like bowing, hey, say how you know, this and that. But then we're good friends. At the time we see each other, we say hello, you know, this just respect each other.
Yes.
You know, but even though they were older than us, they still look at our music like, man, this music's pretty good. You know, because we had flavor back then.
Yeah.
You know, that was different. And as you know, that music, it changes a lot. You know, music always evolves, like how cars, food, people, you know, like technology and all that. So.
You know, the Uptown group, you guys started. One thing that shocked me when I listened to almost all your albums, is that you guys did raps in English and did raps in Korean. So, I mean, in 1997, most people are afraid to sing in English if they want to target the Korean market. Because they're thinking that these guys might not be able to buy my style of music. But you guys sang in English and sang in Korea as way back as 1997.
Yes.
And people accepted your music. How did you guys do it, please?
How do we do it? I think with our charm.
Yeah, or what did you guys do? Like, didn't you have that kind of mindset? Like people telling you guys, no, since you're targeting Korean market, you guys
Yes.
shouldn't do that in English.
We had a company tell us how this should be more in Korean. This should be more in Korean. But then even Chris and us, we said our music flavor and music style is this. We can't really change the way that we are. You know, like, so then we started doing the English raps and Korean raps, and people were like, okay. You know, like, so then I think we came out too early for Korea. You know, at the time, Korea wasn't ready for us, but then we were ready. So when we came out, you see everybody, I look at our music like, wow, man, these guys, they rap in English, like, man, and also in Korean, like, man. So, you know, like, I felt like we came out too early. Because back then, a lot of groups didn't write their own lyrics. They had a ghostwriter write their lyrics.
Yeah.
We wrote all our lyrics. So, and I know like some of my peers did too, but then like some groups like didn't. You know, like they kind of here you go, you're my puppet, you know, sing what I wrote, you know, but then how we couldn't really do that. It was kind of hard because that's not us, and that's not our style, our mentality.
Yeah.
And then we want to be ourselves. So that's how we came out with just rapping in English and rapping in Korean, just trying to let the people know that, hey, this is us.
So at this point, you said you were in middle school, and how was the reception from your family? Like, did your dad say, "Nah, you go back to school, don't you do music"? So how was it like for you?
No, my dad and mom are very supportive.
Wow.
In anything I do, they're very supportive. My dad will always tell me, be who you are and know who you are. Okay? Whatever you do, I'm behind you 100%.
That's right.
And my mom would joke around with me like, my son, you know how moms are.
Yeah,
you know, like moms always want the best for you.
Yes.
But she always was supportive. She's like my best friend. I tell my mom like everything. What happened in school with this, and that. I tell my mom and my dad like we're ready to open. And just having my mom and dad being a supporting system and my backbone to kind of like push me. You be who you want to be, and we will support you all the way. And that's how I grew up.
Wow.
You know, my dad's like my best friend. My mom's like my best friend. You know?
Wow.
And oh, sorry. But then some people don't have that relationship. It's like, oh yes, sir. No, mom, this, and that. My mom is Korean and my dad is Mexican. But regardless of different cultures, they always like supported me and my brothers. So, and anything that we do, they're always there for us. You know, and that's why I love them so much, because they just want us to be ourselves. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at what point? What was the music?
Mm-hmm.
The particular song on the album that brought Uptown, that people started hearing Uptown everywhere in Korea?
I would say it was our first album, Atashima Najo. Yeah, you know, like that song. Exactly. So, like that song, we recorded it so many times. We practiced it so many times. We did it on TV. Everywhere we went, to the, say, Cornerstone Market, downtown. Everywhere we went, to get our hair done, to buy something, our music was playing. And then we're thinking, man, I'm so tired of hearing this song. You know, like hear your own song.
Yeah.
We heard it over at least like 1,000 times. So, but I was very happy that everybody knew that, everybody knew the song. You know, like made me feel good. Like, wow, they're listening to my song.
Yeah.
They're like,
So
yeah.
at what point did you say to yourself, man, I think we have arrived. Uptown, everybody sat down, Chris, Steve, you, Tasha, four of you sat down and said, man, I think we have arrived.
I think it took a while, because the reason why, as you know, each time we do like a recording, you might say, "Oh man, this sounds good." Me is like, it's okay, because we are our own worst critic, right? So I think it took a few months while everybody was singing it, to say that, oh, now we have arrived, right? It's like when we went to the TV station in the back room where everybody doing the makeup and all that. I walk inside, there's like Rula, HOT, man, DJ Duck, and I don't know, just a whole bunch of other groups. I walk inside, everybody has my album and looking at it, and headphones on. And I walk inside, I'm like, and that's when I noticed, yeah, baby.
Wow.
You know, like, I'm here.
We in the game.
Yeah, because everybody had a CD.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, these guys are younger than me, and they got this kind of stuff.
That's
Man.
it.
Yeah. So you know, when I walked in there, I was like, man, look at that. Everybody has my album out, and they're looking at it like, you know, like,
Yeah, that kind of feeling, yeah.
that feeling was good.
Yeah. So when your mom or your dad first saw you on TV, what was the reaction?
Oh, they were happy. They're like, man, how you're on TV, you're dancing. You're like, man. And my mom and dad, they recorded everything. On the VHSs,
Yes.
I have a suitcase full of VHSs that my mom and dad have recorded every time we perform. You know, and they're very proud. You know,
Wow.
very proud parents.
Yeah. So the time if you come back home, they're like, pop them all. Yeah, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
When they saw you on TV, did they start treating you different? Like, was it like?
No, no. It's still mom and dad. You know, they treated me the same still as their son. You know, like nothing really changed. They just were just my mom and dad. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, in the 90s, I interviewed someone here, sitting in the same place we sat. He said that he gave this theory that why K-pop succeeded was because of like Eminem, and he gave this kind of theory. He said that in the 90s, we had Backstreet Boys, Michael Links to Rock, we have the boy groups in US.
Yeah.
And Eminem started attacking those boy groups in his raps.
Yeah.
Like he started like, what are you guys doing? Like I started attacking those boy groups.
Yeah.
So and before you knew it, like most music producers that we are listening to, they attack Eminem and other guys who are giving those boy groups. They started to draw back on the investment in group like artists and everything.
Yes.
So and because in the 90s there were the people in their very high school people that want to see the group, you understand?
Yeah,
Like people, like, you know, when like BTS come, the high schools, everybody like, they want to see the group, the choreography and everything. But those music producers didn't stop supporting those groups. So, and that created a space for K-pop to fill that void left by the Western.
Yes. Exactly.
Is that right?
Yes. And like that door opened up, and I think they saw the opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, in the music game is the survival of the fittest. Even when Eminem first came out, and I heard his song, Slim Shady, how 24 years ago, 25 years ago now, and I was like laying down, and I was like, oh man, who's this? And he's talking about the boy band, he's talking about every single topic. And I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be big, man. Because there was no one like him, back then. everybody was focused on the boy groups that, all dancing and this and that. But yeah, during that time, everything just kind of, it changed, changed. It opened the doors, people jumped in real quick, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Before coming for this interview, I just talked to random someone and like we met, I just greeted him and I said, please, have you heard about Uptown stuff? He said, yes, of course. Like how you guys are very popular for people to still remember you guys up to now. Yeah. So how was the in the groups, like how did you fight a lot, or like there was this issue of like hierarchy, everything you should do this? How was it in the group, being in a group?
Okay, being in a group with Steve and Tasha and Chris is kind of like a family with brothers and sisters. Of course, you're gonna hit elbows and to argue, and because we're like brothers and sisters, So even growing up together, you see each other every day. It's like your own family. Well, of course, you're gonna be fighting a little bit, arguing a little bit. It's the same as a family.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like
So you guys separated in 2001.
yes.
So there were controversies everywhere, like especially concerning to issue a lot is on the internet. Everybody know about that. Can you tell us about what started that controversy and what started the breakup?
Okay, so we broke up in the middle of 2000. Okay, so there was a lot of things going on, a lot of rumors too back then. And then we were like accused of something. Right? Okay, so no. Okay, so okay, let me break it down. Okay, so we were accused of doing drugs, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to say his name, but we had problems going back and forth. Like I know the truth, Steve knows the truth, and that guy knows the truth, right? But because of him, he made this more worse. All the drama, saying stuff too, and even though like they were still going through like the investigations and all this stuff, and then we're foreigners, right? Back then, foreigners here in Korea, even if you're found like not guilty, but you still got into the criminal system, right? What happens is they deport you. So I was deported for 5 years with Steve. So we had to go back to the States and reset. So we couldn't come back to Korea for 5 years because we had that little, say, hiatus in the year 2000. But after 5 years, we came back. We released our 5th album, How My Style. And My Style, like people were waiting for us back then. When I got to the States, I didn't know what to do because I'm so used to doing music. I told myself, damn, I gotta find a job, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, and so I remember my first job, I was a security guard. Just like random, right? Like security guard. I was like, man, this is not what I want to do, but I have to do something. So I became a security guard. And me working as security guard is like, and still thinking every day, why am I here? I should be doing music, right? But then, as you said, how did we talk? How no one's perfect. There's always something in our life that stops us, and that we can evolve, we can change, and live our life. Because I live my life with no regret. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens for a reason, for the good and the bad. So I feel like me being here now, I'm very thankful for all those little, say, obstacles that happened in my life, because it made me the person that I am today too. So So it's just like I'm very happy that where life took me now. So
Yeah. So let's come, because most of the media, one thing is that the media can make you and the media can also break you.
oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's one thing. But in the media, people we are saying at one particular point that you and Steve were accusing each other of who did what and what, like in terms of the drug case and everything. So, and I think there was another person on Tiger,
yeah,
JK,
yeah.
and some other people. So you
Yeah.
guys we are accusing. So how did that, at the point of even accusation, how did this start? Was it like, okay, I felt that you guys, oh, we have arrived, then there are decisions that, young people
Yeah.
take, or how did the accusation even start altogether? Like, was it like the wrong decisions that, or maybe friends influence or something? How did it
It
all
was
start?
through friends. It was through friends. But see, back then I was in a car accident and I was in the hospital, so I wasn't around those friends a lot. And even the media said that me, Steve, we got into an argument. This, and, like that's not true. Me, Steve, we always stuck together like this. Okay, is with say other people that we had a conflict with. So even to this day, we haven't met face to face, and then say talked about this.
Wow, you and Steve?
No, no, no.
You and JK?
Yeah. So me and Steve, we're good.
Yeah.
But even to this day, we haven't even seen him to even like talk about this. I know it's been many years. I don't have no grudges no more. I'm older, but there's still some stuff that he said that he shouldn't have said. That is wrong. That's a lie. But I still haven't seen him. So if we could talk, I'm very open if you want to talk. If you want to do something else, I'm down too.
That's the spirit.
So
That's the spirit.
yeah. So so all that controversy is also due to us being like younger too. Like now we're more mature. Like older. It just takes time. Sometimes it takes time for you to be a certain way. So
Yeah. So when you were deported back to the US, your mom is Korean.
yes.
So and your dad is Mexican. So why the deportation? Are you not supposed to be like half Korean, like half like Korean citizen or
Yes, but
something?
the thing is, my mom and dad, they're both American citizens.
Oh.
Yeah. See, they're both American citizens. So I never got my dual citizenship. I just was here on a working visa, signed to a Korean company. So then, say Korea looked at me as a foreigner, and just get them out of here. So yeah.
Wow. So after the deportation, you went back to America. You say you started as a security guard because
Yeah.
you have to make a living. Yeah. So coming from fame, and appearing on TV and everything, and going back to the US to work as a security guard. So how was it for you, like back then?
Oh, I couldn't believe it. It was like,
Yeah.
man, so going from this to reality, working a 9-to-5 job. It was very hard for me at the time because I didn't know nothing else but only know music. So, but like I said, we go through all those obstacles and it makes us the person that we are today.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you and Steve linked up,
Yes.
and that was in 2001, right? When did you
No.
when did you go back to the US?
We went back in the middle of 2000, and we came back in 2006.
Okay,
Yeah.
so during those 2001 to 2006, you and Chris formed Uptown 3000.
Yes. In 2001, 2, me and Steve, we went to Atlanta, Georgia, we signed with American label. We recorded down there. We met like a lot of people down there, and we tried to make a comeback in the United States. Yeah.
So how was it? Because some of the things that say that the things you guys did then was not very, very successful. Like the album you did with Chris alone was not successful because of lack of marketing and issues.
At the time, Uptown 3000 was with an American label, but it had to do with the marketing, but also it had to do with the investors, and our boss had a personal problem.
Yeah.
So that's why the marketing didn't go as well. Yeah.
Were you working and doing the music, or just focus on the music in you?
We're doing both. We're doing both.
So you're working and doing the music as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So at what point now did you? Because during during that time, how did Chris and Tasha perceived you and Steve being deported? How did it affect the group?
I think it affected all of us, right? So at the time, Chris will do his own solo slow jams, CDs. Tasha will work on her own stuff. So it was kind of, I guess we all went our different ways during that time. Yeah.
So, and in 2006, you guys did a major comeback.
Yes.
With
My Style.
Yeah, with My Style again. Yeah, you guys did a major comeback. That means you finished your deportation period and came back to Korea.
Yes, sir.
And you guys did the comeback.
Yeah.
Okay. So how was it when you arrived? Was it like a different vibe when you came back? The industry, was it like different when you came back? A little different when you were there and when you left?
When we came back, how music has evolved. For past 6 years, from 2000 to 2006, music changed. In Korea, we didn't see a lot of, say, boy bands. We saw a lot of young kids rapping. How coming out with more rap. I was like, oh, now they're rapping now. Like, wow. And then me and Steve were like, I wonder who started this. You know?
Yeah.
You know, so it's good to see that the music changed. The hip hop influence is in Korea, and music has evolved. There's a lot of rappers now, and there's so many rappers now. You know, like so as you can tell, how music changes, and it was so good seeing all these young guys rapping and doing this. It's like, oh man, you know, like these guys are, and they're winning now. You know.
Yeah. So at what point did Tasha leave the group? You know, did Jessie Letta came into the group?
Yes.
At what point? Yeah.
Yeah. So Jessie, she did Uptown with us on My Style.
Yeah.
Tasha before then, she started doing her own solo stuff. So when Jessie did My Style, then people started to know who she was. But back then she was called Jessica H.O. That's her last name. But then now she calls herself like Jessie. And even Jessie too, she blew up too. She's well known in the industry as a female
rapper.
Yeah.
And I've seen she's just straight to the top. She's quite different. So like
she's very different. She's not she's not the little sister that me and Steve know. Now she's bigger. It's like, oh wow. She grew. So, you know, I'm very happy for her. I love her music, you know, she has her own style, her own personality, so it's good to see her evolve too.
Yeah. So in 2009, right? I don't know if I'm right, but please correct me. In 2009, you guys broke up again.
Yes. You know, like just like you said, like there's like family issues with brothers and sisters, and you get into arguments, and so in 2009, I started to do my own solo stuff. You know, like So then I have an album. It's called Carlos Still Standing. So then I came up with my own style of songs that fits me. You know, like not see how normally you have the group all make decisions. You know, but it was just always me. I want it this way. I want it that way. You know.
But at this point, like I remember that. Okay, what caused the first breakup was the controversy that
Yes.
you guys suffered then. But now you people came back, did my style, and we are doing a very good show. Come back, and people were like, "Oh, these guys are back together."
Yeah.
And after 3 years again, in 2009, you guys broke up. So, what's the major cause of the breakup?
I would say just because of personal like differences, our personal issues. So, because as you say, we're older now. No, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do this no more. You know, like, so it's like, all right, cool. So in 2009, I came up with my album, and with my album, I had like my own style of music too. I had something hard, something commercial, and I had my friends to help me too. So even back then, I had like my friends, like my DJ too, DJ Tom Slick. You know, and I had my friend Pinnacle, you know, like featured on songs. I had my friend Don Marco featured on a song. So it was like trying to get my flavor out in the style of music, you know. Have different people feature instead of have always the same people feature. So yeah.
Yeah, but the way you said it, you said it was just kind of disagreement you guys
Yeah.
had and everything. But
Yeah.
I don't think it was that way, because you have a single that said "fuck Uptown" or something.
Yeah.
So why did you?
Oh, you did your homework. Hey, you did your homework. Okay. Because I'm trying to be nice right now, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I had a song called "Fucktown." So it was talking shit about Uptown. It's like, and the reason why I'm talking shit about Uptown because, like you said, our personal differences, and I was just tired. So that's why I was like saying, "I'll fuck Uptown," and that's how you did your homework. I didn't tell, like it's like first off is the game we pop, like saying that you guys are going downtown because I'm uptown, like just talking shit, because I was just tired of it, I wanted to let the other people know that I'm very versatile with my raps, and so that's why I made that song. I don't regret it at all.
Yeah.
How they asked me about it, I'm like, yeah. That's how I felt at the time, right? I don't feel that way now, but at the time, I felt that way. And you can't be mad at me for feeling that way. Because you could be mad about something,
Yeah.
and I can't be mad about that. So at the time, I was only looking out for myself. I didn't care what he thought. I didn't care what she thought or he thought, whatever. I'm going to speak my mind, Getting tired of the shit we pop. One left the real motherfucker. It's just like,
Yeah.
so just me being me. And let me speak from my heart of how I felt, Because I keep it 100. I don't hide behind like, oh, yes, sir, hey, sir, sorry about that. No, man, I tell you how it is. Like, if I don't like you, I don't like you. Why? Because of this reasons. Right? But at the time, I was just like that, Now, I might not like you. I'll still tell you the same thing, but in a different way.
In a different way. Yeah. There's an interview Chris did. He said, oh, he didn't quite listen to the Fucktown, like like the stuff, but he didn't think that you would criticize the group that made you or something like that.
Yeah.
But now you explain the reasons why you did that. So at that in 2009, you went solo.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, what was Steve doing? Steve also went solo.
At the time, I think Steve, he featured for a couple artists, but I think at the time we weren't on talking terms because I was just mad. I was just mad at this, mad at that. So I had a lot to say. You know?
Yeah. You know, Chris was like should I say the Dr. Dre of the group then?
Yeah. Basically, he was like Dr. Dre.
Chris, that's June.
Yeah. So Chris Young, so Chung Young Jun, he was like the backbone of the music, like Dr. Dre, in a way. He's making beats, and we're listening. Ain't not bad. You know, like first was like, ain't not bad. Man, it could be better. And next he would explain, oh, this is just the foundation part. And he'll add this and add that, and then like, okay. I mean, like just like it's just like a mad scientist. You know, like you make something, oh, we start making, you start dissecting and doing this and everything. So, yeah.
Wow. You know, again, at that point, he brought other artists
Yes.
to join, and they formed the UPT.
Yes.
That's they evolved from the Uptown to the UPT now. So they had other artists that came together. So then, after some time, they also dissolved the group.
Yeah.
Why? Why did he?
I don't know. Maybe because I know all of them. They're all like little brothers, right? I guess even though he wanted to do something, I think maybe the people felt like it's not the same. Because as soon as you start to change members, that music color is not the same.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? Like, say for NWA, if you took out Ice Cube and this, you put some other people in, it won't be the same.
Yeah.
Just like with Wu-Tang, you take out Method Man and Raekwon the Chef and RZA and put something else, it won't be the same. So I felt the public saw us, Chris, me, Steve, and Tasha as Uptown. As soon as it started to switch, people were like, I don't think they were like seeing the same thing.
The same vibe.
Yeah.
The same vibe wasn't there again. Yeah. And there was a Mike style. Chris was also criticized for plagiarism or something. Like he borrowed from Warren G and like what do you have to say about that?
My honest opinion, he didn't plagiarize like anything. If you hear music now, everything sounds very like similar, right? Might have the same rhythm, might have the same this and that. That from melody, it might sound the same, but it might not sound the same. So it's just it depends on who says it. And if someone says it, hey, don't it sound like this? Oh yeah, and then people start saying yeah. You know, like. But I don't know. It's just like if you hear a lot of Korean music, you hear this, and oh man, that sounds the same as this. But then some of the music here in Korea, from beginning to end, it sounds the same.
Yeah.
And I don't say nothing. I'm like, okay, hey, whatever. You know. But for a small melody, this and that, and then we get criticized for a lot of stuff. You hear these other groups, the beat, the snare, the melody is all the same. How come they don't get criticized? That sounds the same as this, front to back. You know, maybe because they weren't that popular for people to criticize, and maybe we were popular because they wanted to criticize. So it's just a lot of controversy. So
Yeah.
that's my opinion.
Currently, what is Carlos of the great Uptown group doing? What are you doing in Korea? What are you doing now? Yeah, from 2009.
Yes.
Please tell us what you have been doing from 2019 now. Please.
Okay. So from 2000, when I went back to the States, right? I became a correction officer, right? So I became a correction officer. I worked for the state of California. And then when I came back to here, Korea, I work for the military base right now. And then I just been working, and I have my 3 kids, just being happy. And still doing music on the side. I still do music. I still do featuring. So a lot of music is coming out. I have maybe about 4 or 5 songs that are out. But then within the years, I did a lot of featuring. If you go to say YouTube, there are songs with Don Marco, A Summer Ride featuring me, Don Marco, Chill featuring me, also a Brazilian artist in Brazil featuring me. There's a lot of how new songs that are coming out featuring me. I have my own songs coming out. So I'm just like slowly while I'm working, recording, and trying to manage everything. Yeah.
Wow.
So you guys will see the music soon too.
Yeah. Wow. That's very great. It's quite. But now, how do you feel the industry like? The industry is now BTS is taking over, and every other boy groups is taking over. Are they giving you your flowers? Are they giving you your flowers as an OG in the game? Yeah.
A lot of people know that I'm the OG of the game. Even if I go to like say clubs, like recently I went to a club, I see all like these say younger guys, and they all know who I am. Hey, yo, what's up, big bro? How you been? Oh, how you know? Cool. I feel like now there's a lot of boy groups, boy bands. I have no hate for anybody. As you can see, the boy band group BTS, they blew up. They are kind of like the face of Korea now for boy bands, right? But I just wish that, like the US, that there'll be more hip hop here, that people can recognize it more. Like if you go to the States, you remember last year's Super Bowl with Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Man, it's like, man, when they came out, the whole crowd was like, oh my God, Snoop, oh wow, whoa, man. You know, I just wish that kind of music had an impact here. Because what you see now is, you see a lot of boy bands. You know, more boy bands than instead of rap. Because in the States, you just see Snoop, oh my God, Snoop, oh, Nas, say Ice Cube, The Game, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, wow, even Eminem, like, they're all rappers. Here it's like, you see all boy bands. One rapper, then boy bands. You know what I mean? It's like, I just wish that they were more like welcoming, for like rap, hip hop, R&B, and instead of always, yeah. Just like, but thinking like, I'm not hating. It's the culture, and which is good that the culture of this evolved,
Yeah.
So now everybody knows, Korea, how boy band,
Yeah.
So.
Is there someone in the industry now, among the young people that are doing the hip hop that you like? You see that, okay, this is someone that is doing what we want to do in the Korean scene. Is there someone?
In the Korean scene, there's a lot of good rappers here now. Back then they were all like younger, but now there's there's a lot of good rappers here now. Like I watch Show Me the Money sometimes. Like when I flip the channels, I'm like, oh. I just like see these young guys have good style. Like, oh, not that bad. Even girls too. How girls that can rap too, like, wow, man. Like like there's like a lot of rappers that are very talented now. And as I said, like time changes.
That's right.
Their style changes. And even though I'm old school, I'm like I'm still down with young.
You're still young.
Yeah, I'm still old school. I still listen to new school. Like because the music's still good. I give props to like all like these like say younger artists. It's like, man, they came a long way, and music sounds good too. So
Yeah. So who would you like to collaborate among the young people, or among the young people that you see now? Who would you like to like? Oh, if this guy is in my music, I want this guy. I want this guy in my next album. Who would that be?
I can collaborate with, say, anybody, right? Because of my style. If I would have to choose and pick to collaborate with someone because of hip hop, man, there's so many to choose from. If I had to choose to do a good song with people, man, that's a tough question. You know, man, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
That's a hard question because everybody's good. Someone that would fit me.
Would you say Jesse?
Oh, Jesse and me, we was our collab very good.
Ah, okay.
You know.
Okay.
If Jesse and I were to do a song, I'm down. You know why? Because I know her already.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like I know her already. I know how she is. I think that'd be a good one. How Jesse and Carlos, or is it Carlos and Jesse, and I call it JC or CJ. You know?
Wow.
Have some kind of a nice hit single.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's come back to the
Okay.
industry. Let's come back to the industry now,
Okay.
and because you have been in the industry, you have seen it all, and you are now in a position to make a comprehensive analysis.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, let's start from the beginning and come up.
Okay.
You know, if you look at the industry now, most young people that are still in the Korean industry, in the music industry, the K-pop, there are a lot of like suicidal rates, a lot of drugs, a lot of things. Did you think that most people want to be famous, but they don't prepare for the famous, for being famous? They don't prepare for the fame.
There's a lot of people here that want to be famous.
Yeah, you know, most people, there are a lot of just like you guys had controversy. I believe that if you knew what you know now, there wouldn't be that controversy.
Yes.
So if you go back in time, let's assume you know what you know now.
Yeah.
And most young people don't know what you know.
Yeah.
But they're doing their rap, they are talented. But it needs like kind of a lot of discipline to keep you for a very long time.
Keep you level-headed and go in that direction.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
So what is that any young person that is entering into the music scene should prepare for?
Okay.
To stay long in the industry.
If I would give advice to the young people, whoever you're signed with, show them you're very versatile. You can work with any artist, right? Make sure you write your own stuff, right? Always be yourself too. Don't try to do this to make them happy, you know? I'll be yourself, but also watch how the music, say, changes, right? Because when you want to stay famous for a long time, you have to stay in that lane. You know what I mean? Not go out of the lane, come back in the lane, go out of the lane, as we did. You know, if you want to stay famous for a long time, there's a lot of stuff that you need to adjust to. You know, to stay in that lane and go that way, to be recognized in the game for a long time. You know, like you said, lately there's a lot of suicides, drugs, people getting caught for, say, filming people.
Yeah, sexual assaults.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bad news in the industry.
I'm I look at that as people being stupid. You know, like, why are you doing filming, like filming, doing all this other stuff. Even drugs too. It's like, I know here in Korea it's very like illegal, and they might leave the country to go try some marijuana or whatever, and I just like, I feel like you're doing that to what, like set an example for what? You know what I mean? Because nobody in Korea is very illegal. It's very banned for you to. So I don't know if some people are doing it to get known, if they get caught, to maybe be more famous in a bad way, right? But if I would give advice to someone, is to just stay focused on your music career and just be you.
Yeah, but if, for example, if someone that is focused, like, for example, let's assume I'm focused and I'm starting my music, and let's assume I meet an OG like you in the music scene, and there are things that, because of friendship, because of the respect I have for you, because of influences, you can tell me, okay, that's somewhere I'll take you to. Just take it, no problem. It's okay. Just do this. Like, let's assume, do the illegal stuff, do sexual assault, do this, because you see people that you respect at the top, they do those things. Yeah, and you are influenced by them. So how do you keep your calm, maintain yourself, even with the friends around you, when you are that famous?
Always be your own leader. Don't be a follower. You know what I mean? It's like, people want to be like this because they follow people, right? Hey, let's do this. Okay, But sometimes you have to be your own leader and say, I'm not going to do that. I don't need to do that. Right? And my dad always told me too, is like, never be a follower. Always be a leader. So, and all my decisions that I make is like, I'm not going to do that because that's not the way I am. Like you said, me giving advice to you, I would ask you, is it something that you want to do? And then you say, yes. Why? Because he's doing it. Man, don't follow him. Be yourself. If you want to do it because of yourself, then do it because of yourself. Don't follow him because you like him, you want to follow him and do this. You should make your own decision. Is like, do you really want to do this yourself? Why? Okay. So they just, like, I never follow anybody. Be your own leader.
The K-pop is quite different from the US scene and the Afrobeat. We have the Afrobeats, like people like Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, these guys that have gone and won the Grammy and back. And in the US scene, they have a lot of big artists.
Yes.
But those guys, they control the fans.
Yeah.
And the fans don't control them. But here in Korea,
the fans control them.
It seems that the fans control the artists.
Yes.
So why is it so? Like,
I don't know how it is, but just the fans have a lot to say. In the States, I know the American artists, they do something, fans like, hey, it happens. Even with even with Butterball, I love his music. His music is like popping. He did something, the fans is like, so what? Here, they do something and the fans get mad, and it's like all over the media, and they bring you down.
Yeah.
It's like, and that shouldn't be that way. Like, people make mistakes. No one's perfect. If you love him for the music, then love him for the music. For instance, do you like Bruno Mars?
Bruno Mars, yeah.
Hey, me too. I love the way he sings. I love his music.
Yeah.
He's in some kind of trouble right now, right? Like, say, gambling. He owes like millions of dollars. I'm not mad at him. For what? I love his music, and that's his own personal stuff, It's like, you always have to support your artists that you like with the music. If they have some trouble, like if they shoot someone, if they did this, we don't know what happened. You know what I mean? How they might have some personal issues, but here in Korea, you do something bad, maybe he drunk driving, all the fans, and they bring him down like he's a bad person, like, how, like, it's like no one drinks. You know what I mean? Like, how, it's like, it's so different. It's like, the fans in the States, they're like, oh, okay, they see the news like, man, okay. They just, right there. But I still love him and I still love his music. Here, like Carlos was drinking and he drove his car. I hate him. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. You love that person because of what? You love the music, right? But then there's always one thing that the fans talk about. And like, I hate him because he did this. Why? Because I hate him. How about his music? I love his music. It was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fans here, like, here in Korea, is very scary. The fans get online and start talking all this stuff, and you see it all over the news, and it's just like, I think that brings the person down. You know what I mean? Okay, just like with like suicide rates here. There's more suicides here than any other country that I know. It has to do with school. They're being like tormented. Oh, you're stupid. You ain't doing so good in school. Like, you're number 2. You're not number 1. And even back in the days, there were people like jump off buildings and kill themselves. It's like, who cares what they think? You know what I mean? Love that person for that person, not because they made a mistake or they're not smart enough. Or it just makes no sense to me. If you love this music, you love his music. Like say for Eminem, he talks about what? His mom, his baby mama. Say fuck everybody. Like, hey, I still love his music. It's the same thing. It's just like, you just have to love that person for the music, especially if he's an artist. If they make a mistake, fans here, I don't like him because of this, he did this. It just goes on and on and on. I think you give that person a mental problem because he reads everything. From side to side, everybody keeps saying stuff. So
yeah, that was the issue. Because the issue of Sugar of BTS, Sugar was driving a scooter and he drank, and there was kind of a divide between the international artists and the local artists. The international fans and the Korean fans.
Yeah,
the international fans were like,
hey, who cares?
Who cares? Like, who cares? He was driving a scooter. But the Korean fans were like saying, "Oh, we're moving from BTS. Oh, it's gonna kill BTS. It's gonna like."
See, it makes no sense. Okay, like, I know a little bit about that. Okay, so he was on a scooter because he was he had a couple drinks, right? So they were saying about you can't operate a scooter without a driver license. Is that even true? I don't understand that. And he was going home. He didn't want to get in the car, so he's going on a scooter. But the police decided to stop him. Hey, who cares, right? But like you said, fans, oh, remove him, and like, why remove him for that one little incident? Maybe he didn't want to get into a car, drive and crash and kill someone. Maybe he's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I guess the intentional fans be like, hey, it happens. Like, no one's perfect. Here, he said, everybody's talking about remove him, do this, he's gonna cause a bad name for the group. It's like, I don't know, it's just a headache.
Yeah, most is quite very, very strict here.
Yeah.
Let's come back to the industry. I have a friend, a foreign friend. She said to me that she's 25, but most K-pop group, forming a K-pop group bands is very, very rigorous. Like, they don't take people, they start from the 18, they take people from very young age, and it's very, very stressful. Can you take us? You are in the game, you're in the scene. How is it like for someone, like, for example, you want to debut a K-pop band, so you get these 18-year-old people together. So how is it like? They don't go home, they don't sleep. Just tell us how it's like.
when I was recording, I was like 16 and 17. So I was young too, like recording, like not going home, always doing the music. These days, they want younger people, 18, always practicing dances, singing this, that. And the reason why, because they're marketing for the fans all over who likes young kids to, like starting from 18 years old. Because if they start from 18 years old, the music build up, by the time they reach their peak, they're like, say 25, right? If they're with that group for a long time, right? So they're still young, and their fans grew up listening to them. It's all that marketing like strategy. You find them at 18 and they're still singing at 25, and even the people will like still like him because, oh, you know what? I listened to him for like 5 years, and I love him because he's almost my age. Like so. So the way that I see is that there's always an age. Like who do you know that will come into the rap game at age 50 and rap? You think you think that he'll have fans? Huh? Right?
Yeah.
If he's 50 years old but he looks young and he raps very good, you think that he'll have a lot of fans? No. But if you cover his image and his music comes out, people are like, man, this music's good. You show his face, he's 50. So then you don't like his music because of his age? See? So all this is like, to me, a marketing strategy. From 18 years old, you practice, sing, do this, do that. And by the time you come up with music, your fans are about your same age or they're younger. Like that's where I feel like they try to start you at young. So by the time you hit like your middle age, like a quarter of your life, you have fans like around your age.
Yeah. In this industry here, like if in the US, 50 Cent, if he's dating someone, you're going to know. If he has a baby mama, he's going to talk it in his music, baby mama, some other thing. But artists and actors here in Korea, musicians, and they don't talk about their dating as if it's something that is very secret. It's very protected, like as if CIA is protecting that kind of information. So why?
I think it's the culture. They don't talk about a lot of people, about this, about that. Because here in Korea, if we talk about people, what happens? Defamation. They're gonna sue you. It's just like you're disgracing my name and my business, or you're disgracing my name and this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how they don't talk about a lot of people. But in the States, like, I don't care. If I don't like you, I don't like you. And I'm going to tell you and the whole world, So, but here is different. Like, there's a lot of, I think a lot of, like, politics. If you say something bad, not just you, but about that person, he'll get mad, his company will get mad, maybe lawsuits, and it's just the country and the culture.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you saw the president, right?
Yeah.
How he got arrested?
Yeah.
Man.
I saw that. I was like, man, Korea is different. Korea is
So different. And I'm watching the news and I'm thinking, how come he's not coming out? And they're breaking in. He's going to jail. But he wanted to be escorted in a good car. And it's like,
Korea is different. They're taking everything to the next level. Both the democracy, both everything, both music, both K-pop.
It's like, I love Korea. It's just the politics is very different from what I know. From the States. Like we talked about, it's different of how they got into the president, about the laws and all that stuff. It's totally different. What I'm used to. Hey, president's going to jail. All right, cool. Boom, done. Boom, this. Here, everybody's protesting. It's like, why? You know, it's just totally different.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh,
and no, we haven't ended. Before we end, please, our OG will do like a kind of a freestyle for us. Maybe like 1 or 2 songs freestyle, please.
Oh man,
OG, please. Either any of your old songs. Sorry. Before you do that, one last question. It came to my mind now. Which of your group members are you still working with? Or are you still in contact with IT?
Oh yes. I still contact Steve.
Yeah.
I'm working on a new songs with Chris Young.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So music's coming out soon. I even got him. He's singing on the hook too. So
Wow.
yeah. It's good. Like so like I've been seeing him a lot. I see him next week again too.
Wow.
So, yeah, so working on music still.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that they tell us do like a freestyle for us. So okay. Which of so please you wanna do 2 for us?
Do 2.
Just any 2 songs. Do like a short freestyle for us, please. OG.
Okay. Okay. Yo, man, I spit hot 16s and I drop the bombs and I drop calls of life just like a rap star. In my younger days, I didn't get very far, but now I'm on top above the rest of y'all with the legendary UPT. You know who we be. Just to let you know, you should check out me. CARLOS to the G. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
One more.
Oh yes.
One more.
Okay, what?
Like, which of the old songs do you like most, and would you like to give a freestyle?
Man, the old songs. I like the first album, but I'm gonna stick it a little bit new, so I'm gonna say that My Style.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I like My Style. That's the most recent one that everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you wanna give us a clip?
Man, let me see if I can remember.
Yeah.
Cause I know that I can hear the music, but I'm at the age of like, cause I'll be 47 soon. Man, I'm at the age of like, man, I forget sometimes.
Yeah, of course. It's fine.
Yeah, but man.
And anyone, whatever new anyone, just give us please one more.
Man, you put me on the spot.
Sorry.
Oh man. I can't think. Okay, so let me do 다시 만나죠.
Okay.
Yo, thinking about the past, not to get it for them, because I step up, back up, and I rise and corrupt. Still checking out the sounds from the Uptown, bitch.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate you guys reaching out to me and let me do this interview.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You are expecting more from him because he's going to drop some songs soon and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming, Carlos, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.